TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like, cook, cracking this thing, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge you thought you ain't finna get in nobody's college though, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college, big dog. Hit that notification bell. Hit all. Stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And I need y'all to make sure that y'all get into everything we got going on at richtraphouse.com as far as that merch shop is concerned, man. Tap in with that if you ain't tapped in with all of that. Today's message, gotta live, man. If you don't do nothing else, black men, brown men, white men, whoever's watching this, you gotta live. You gotta live. You gotta live. We got DJ Akademiks going back on WACK100. It's finna go crazy. We got the content. It says, Akademiks calls WACK100 to ask him if he's witness number 2 in the new Big U Wooty Bam. All right, let's get into this. Let's go.
Like, yo, act. Look on one of them. Rumble. That's up. Bitch, really mad.
Go over there, hurt.
Don.
What up, bro?
Okay, you called at the perfect time. We actually just opened up this thing.
What? What you open up?
Okay, so let me break everything down, and I want to be honest and open with the people too. So today I got a message. It was from Rockstar.
I don't, bro.
No,
hey, bro, listen.
Wait, hold on, no.
Hold on, bro. You got a nigga over there hurt. He don't want to squabble nobody. He don't want to squabble me. Who got?
But how come I can't get a fade? Let's just real quick before you go into how Rockstar don't want to squabble me. I want to squabble you. Been wanting to squabble you for some time now. Can I get that?
Marked out by Black Sam at the fucking Marathon Burgers. Who can't read? You know what they say, bro. You want to hire something from a Negro, put it in the book.
That is a fact.
Now you know on the 100 side, in my exposure team.
Why is he always eating?
Ain't nobody on the face of this earth been running this paperwork, scraping to it on the daily more than us.
Yeah, you guys know this paperwork way more than anybody else.
Inside out. So you gotta, when you reading certain shit, and you first gotta know what you're dealing with. Always remember, paperwork is going to always identify witnesses, victims.
Yeah, you're victim number 2.
Donors, opponents,
or witness number 2.
Enemies. They're going to identify you, and then they're going to name you as such throughout the paperwork. Right now, there's one thing you got to pay attention in the complaint, in the indictment, and in the bail hearing today. Those are the 3 documents out on Big U. You have to pay attention to those 3 things. Is one thing that I share in common in all 3 of those documents. You know what they are, Ack?
What is it? Tell me.
I am named and described as WACK100 or an opponent.
Yeah, I seen you as named as like a rival.
A rival, opponent, WACK100. That's it. So when people, if you're like, it's like you opening up a book, right? And you got 12 chapters. The motherfucker that opened it up and started reading from chapter 6 to 12, and the nigga that reads it from chapter 9 to 12 is not going to know as much as the motherfucker that read it from chapter 1 to 12.
Now, what the hell does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right. So when you're reading it, in the complaint and in the motherfucking indictment, they specify who the victims are, who the witnesses are. Victim 1 is Dale. Victim 2 is DC, the promoter out of Dallas that we just exposed on No Jumper this Sunday. Witness 1 is the security guard. As he spelled out, he's the guy that pulled the gun on Big U and Robinson when they pulled up. Witness 2 is the record producer, which is Marley Marl, who owns the studio and the location. Witness 3 is the video installer that they use to come, take the camera shit out and replace it. Opponent 1 and 2 is 600 and WACK100, and co-defendant is Loose Cannon. Now, when you understand that and you read the paperwork, right, then you'll understand what you read.
Nah, you're a victim. You're actually labeled a victim in the paperwork. You're lying about what we all saw in the federal document. You're labeled as a victim.
What this bozo did is today it said something about
Hold on. Right before you get to that, and I just, because again, I said this earlier. I said, yo, listen, you know, I don't want nobody to think that I'm ever like, you know, I value friendships, and I do know, like, I respect.
Akademiks is finna manipulate his fake friendship that he doesn't have with WACK because he doesn't respect him to make WACK look like a snitch.
WACK, and I fuck with him, and we've had this conversation, and I've heard you had this conversation on Even No Jumper. When I got this today, I sent it directly to you. I said, by the way, this is coming my way. Just like, and I know you would do the same with me.
That's real shit.
Right? And, you know, I'm reading through it, whatever. And then, you know, obviously, you know, I wanted to have the conversation with you even before stream, just to be like, all right.
No, I sent you everything I'm talking about. You got on your text. What I'm talking about, documentation be conversation. If you go to your text, you'll see the description of witness 1, the description of witness 2. Witness 2, when they told D-Say, we need to drive back to Vegas to witness 2's home, right? Witness 2 is the producer, right? Witness 2 is also one of the dudes they said to leave the house so they can go do their thing, right? So, if you read the complaint, you also see where it says he wanted to break witness 2's jaw for start.
That's you, because we have Big U on the wiretap saying that he wants to break your jaw.
Starting a beef or whatever argument between Big U and WACK100. That's Molly Mall. He called me and told me some shit, and you know me, I called Big U and put it on the table, right? What's happening with this, right? So what they're crossing is where it says Big U on the phone call, what is whatever, says he wants to break WACK100's jaw. See, WACK100 is always named out as an opponent, rival, or WACK100.
He didn't name you as an opponent or a rival.
Witness 2.
And Witness 2 is the only WACK100 is the only person referenced as somebody getting their jaw broke.
Is always named out as Witness 2. You can't have 2 Witness 2s. Okay. Then it fucks up there. You know what
exactly. So he says he wants to break some WACK100's jaw. Witness 2 is the person whose jaw he wants to be broke. It's clearly you.
Just to give clarity, because again, I think me and you might know, but the audience might not know. So some guy hit me up today, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you know," because in the original indictment, there's a part where there was Big U on a call talking about breaking WACK's jaw, right? So some guy hits me today and he says, yo, check this out. There's new paperwork where they're calling someone getting their jaw possibly broken a witness, and that has to be WACK, right? Now, it's on page 13 of this document, and I'll read it and then I'll have WACK explain it. It says, on multiple intercepted call, defendant talked about beating up or at least breaking witnesses' jaws, or no, witness's jaw, and while defendant may claim other reason for feuding with that witness, the court should protect him. Now,
so that's what I was saying the other day, that the courts were protecting WACK100 from Big U.
People who sent it to me, they were like, yo, that's WACK. He's a witness and the court is trying to protect the witness, which would be you. Please explain this.
Oh, no. Witness 2 is spelled out. You got all the paperwork. Witness 2 is spelled out in the paperwork as the producer, the owner of the studio, right? It says right here, Henley again described needing to beat the shit out of WACK100. Anytime they're talking about me, they tell...
There's nobody else literally mentioning this paperwork about getting their jaw broken but you, and yeah.
He's talking about me. You know what I'm saying? You got on. I'm never described as a witness, a victim, a donor, or none of that shit. You got donors, you got 2 victims, and you got 3 witnesses, and it's like 7 donors. The donors are the ball players, the rappers, people that they got online, you know, sending money or whatever to the organization. So,
wait. So just for clarity, so who is this witness here?
Witness 1 is the security. If you read the complaint, when Robinson and Henley pulled up to the gate, remember, witness 2 is the owner of the property, the studio. That's Molly Mall. That's the record where they say that the platinum a Grammy-nominated producer. That's Marley Marl, right? So witness 1 is a security guard that works there. Witness 2 is Marley Marl. Witness 3 is the camera guy that could have really told him up the goddamn so forth. So
run this into the ground in a way.
yeah, you got all the documents.
No, hold on. I'm you know, because I could tell, one of the reasons I sent it to you, I could tell they were gonna run this into the ground in a way. So anyway, so I got the original indictment up, right? There's someone listed as victim 1, which, by the way, you weren't listed as victim 1 in the indictment. It says, I'm on December. Yeah. So it says. So the Overt Act 105, by the way, this is the original indictment. It says, on February 7, 2023, on an intercepted call, defendant Henley told Robinson he was going to break victim 1's jaw. And on an intercepted call, part of the extortion scheme, defendant Robinson told defendant Henley that Robinson told... Okay, so it's victim 1.
Victim 1 is Dale. That's Dale.
Okay.
That's Dale. That's the dude. That's... Monster, you know, that's the dude that's been been on the internet, dude that was paying extortion shit, dude with the weed shop.
Oh, okay. And by the way, just for clarity here, chat. So for the people who thought they had something because WACK was mentioned that Big U supposedly threatened that someone should break WACK's jaw. Jaw is mentioned 4 times in the original indictment.
4 times.
Okay, so.
It's WACK, bro.
On the first time it's mentioned,
That's why he's laughing like that. Whenever WACK does that stupid laugh, you know he's lying.
That Robinson told victim 1 he was going to break his jaw. Then it's mentioned the second time where it says it was on an intercepted call where Henley says when defendant Henley, which is WACK 1, not WACK, the defendant Big U, when Big U catches WACK, he's going to break his jaw. Then the third time it's mentioned on January 2nd, 2023, on an intercepted call, Henley told Big U Enterprise Associates DS that defendant Henley needed to at least break producer's jaw. By the way, I believe that producer is
witness 2.
Molly. It's WACK100.
Well, and then on the fourth time it's mentioned, it says on February 13th, 2023, on an intercepted call, defendant Henley told a co-conspirator that Big U was going to break the jaw of a business manager for a former. So again, if you know, I think what WACK is saying here, and I'm understanding, is that it appears that people want to attribute you to some shit, but these are things listed in the indictment that apply to a lot of people.
Yeah, but if you go read what you sent me today, it clearly states witness 2.
Yeah, okay.
So that paperwork today, I'm named out as opponent. Me and 600 are opponent, and Loose Cannon is the co-defendant.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole thing. Wow, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm always named out as WACK100 opponent, or what's the other word they use on me? Opponent. You said it. Opponent. Is the WACK100 opponent?
Yeah. So the way they mentioned it, they said after fleeing with his phones in the hours before his scheduled arrest in this case, in an attempt to intimidate and dissuade anyone from cooperating with law enforcement or otherwise, and reporting information about the defendant, Big U posted publicly on Instagram naming his co-defendants and known opponents, instructing the public not to associate
Stop
with them.
right there. Who went 3
I'm just gonna let it play out.
names did he say?
Because the truth is gonna come out. I'm gonna just let y'all just let this play out. The truth is gonna come out, and you're gonna be shocked at what you hear. Well, some of y'all won't be shocked, but whatever.
He said you. He said 600. He also said Loose Cannon.
And Loose Cannon is the one named under the RICO, co-defendant. WACK and 600 are known in the paperwork as opponents.
Okay.
You'll never find us as a victim or a witness. You won't find. Actually, matter of fact, today, I hope the minute order comes out. They hit him with some more shit and said, because 600 went to court with the whole family. It was a whole fiasco. It was crazy. Like, it was nuts.
Today?
Right? Yeah, today, that nigga, the wife tripped out. Everybody tripped out. He stayed the whole time, 2-3 hours. Right? in the courtroom that upon your turn-in, you are a threat because you told the world that these individuals are cooperating and working and was with us doing the raid of your home, and we go on the record to say we've never talked to, communicate. So this answers your question. With 600, with WACK100, they named us too, right? But then they said 2 days after you turned yourself in, one of your employees, a Rolling 60 gang member with a grid hat, they put the picture up, put free Big U and kill 600 from which you, so they used it against him. They like, you deliberately made up a lie. And because your lie, you're so powerful, people believed your lie and put a target on these people back. They used it against him today.
Okay. And Wack, so this is like an honest question I really have for you, right?
What up?
Again, for the record, I don't think, whatever people are saying, I don't believe none of that, right?
I mean, you got the paperwork. I don't give a fuck for the niggas.
No, but hear what I'm saying. Wack, just being honest, right? And I was talking about this today, and I said, listen, I said, I value Wack as a friend. And for example, I'm going to give a real example. If every day you was on Clubhouse and you were like, yo, you know what? We're going to go talk about, let's say, it could even be my civil case, right? I might be like, yo, Wack, hey, until this shit goes to trial, could you at least chill out? I'd be wondering.
No, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. We gonna run this paperwork up the motherfucking wall. If it's paperwork, we running this shit. Yo, Act, I can tell you some shit.
You gonna continue to snitch. Got it.
Right now, that'll blow the case wide open. Don't think I don't know. I know everything.
No, Wack. I'm not speaking for that.
Yeah, I can listen, my nigga. Some shit I don't say because it ain't in the paperwork. You get what I'm saying?
Wack,
but if it's in the work, we running it.
Hold on, I'm not speaking for that. I'm speaking. Hold on. I'm speaking as your brother, because I think when we even had that, kind of heated exchange, which everybody think we were beefing, like I wasn't really like, there's because I like even today.
No, you was insinuating, bro.
No, hold on. Wait,
insinuation when it comes to paperwork.
Wait, let me get it off, and then you can say whatever. I think people think that I was insinuating that you were cooperating.
You definitely insinuated that.
Wack.
You are cooperating.
I was insinuating the opposite.
No, you was definitely insinuating that they came and talked to me. Hey, bro, let me explain something to you.
Wack.
My record, my history shows it's this simple. I'm gonna expose it.
Wack.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna expose it. Because when they come talk to you, right, it's eventually gonna come out when they talk to you.
Wack. Here's the thing. And this what I was saying, that I think we were on the wrong page, or not the right. Like, here was what I really thought was happening. I think I'm gonna be honest. Again, I'm a civilian. I think if they did come to talk to you, that would have been a better thing. Just let me finish the thought. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Wack. If they didn't come to talk to you, the way they talk about you in this paperwork, they gotta be investigating you. Like, just be honest.
Damn. They gotta be investigating. Shit.
See, but this is what's weird, though, right?
No, wait. All right, just answer that point.
Nah, let me tell you why that's weird. So, if I'm on the phone every day with Loose Catty, right? Mm-hmm. Saying, yeah, fuck that act, bitch ass nigga. Nigga think this, that. I'm gonna break his jaw when I see him.
Okay.
I want to whoop Axe ass. Mm-hmm. Axe a bitch. Okay, what are they investigating, bro? Me hating? Bro, Big U been hating on me for years, bro. This is what it come down to with Wack and Big U. The nigga hated the fact that I was who I was and my business hand was what it was. What are you going to invest? Let me tell you what they do know. They do know we don't fuck around, and whatever he's doing has nothing to do with me. So why are you going to investigate me? For what? For what?
I said today to someone who I was talking about this, I said, Yo, listen, I don't want nobody to get this confused.
I live a very simple life.
Right, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't.
Hold on, listen to me. I'm the total opposite. One, I don't fuck with the streets.
Oh, now you don't fuck with the streets. You was just the most banged out Paru giving out. Well, who do you think the Crips got their tools from when it was time for them to go to war? It's Barnacles. All right.
I don't fuck with the streets. I fuck with my team. It's a difference. Two, I don't glorify my neighborhood. I don't talk to 99.9%
Your neighborhood don't glorify you.
of them niggas. It might be 5 people from my neighborhood that I talk to. All of them are homeowners. All of them got jobs. All of them raising their families.
Right.
3, I don't hang out in my fucking neighborhood. You know where Big U's at every day? Crenshaw and Slauson.
No, okay, I get you.
Every motherfucking day he's in his motherfucking neighborhood. His claim to fame is his neighborhood. When you read his paperwork, everybody right there is from where? His neighborhood. 3, I can text him right now and say I need to hold $1.5 million. He gonna send it in the morning.
Right. No.
I got different kind of friends, brother. I do different kind of business. You get what I'm saying?
No,
I'm not
Wait.
here.
I don't think you're doing nothing wrong. I don't.
Okay, so
No.
you investigating what? That what? I'm at home with my woman every day?
No, Wack.
What you investigating, bro?
No.
What you investigating, bro? Why are you trying to catch me up? This is Barnacles. This is Flu Flamer at his finest.
What I'm saying to you, and I so I'm having a conversation today.
And they could be.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
It ain't, best believe my investigation will have nothing to do with him.
Okay, great, cool. But here's the thing. I said to the person I was talking to today, I said, I'm cool with WACK. I said, there's 2 things that's confusing to me. Like, for example, if every day you was on Clubhouse, and by the way, this is not a criminal case, but if every day you were on Clubhouse going over the civil case every day before, we haven't got to court yet, we haven't even got discovery, honestly, right? If every day you were doing that, I would probably be like, yo, WACK, could you at least chill out until it gets to that point?
Out of your fucking mind.
No. Wait. Let me finish your thought.
Now, you sound like one of these other bloggers that's telling you why you running Shannon Sharp. Because everybody else running it.
No, WACK. But if you're even 10 steps close to it, I said to the person, I said, the day WACK says, yo, Ack, could you stop putting this up on your stream? I'm done covering Big U. Because I fuck with WACK. I said to the person, I said, I'm a little confused why WACK even leans into this. Because here's the thing. I was never saying that you would talk to the cops. Or like, that's people saying that bullshit. What I was saying is that if they didn't come to talk to you, they're looking at you. Now,
if they didn't come to talk to you, they're looking at you. Come on, Snitch McAllister.
not saying you did nothing wrong. Not saying that you did nothing wrong. I don't think you did nothing wrong.
How old are you, Ack? How old are you? You don't mind me. How old are you?
I'm in my 30s.
No, are you older than 34, 35?
Yeah, I'm 33.
You're 33. Okay, Ack. So I want you
It's Akademiks 33.
to grasp this. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
They've been watching me longer than you've been living, nigga. You think that means something to me? They've been watching me longer than you've been living, Ack. When I was in the streets, I kept a warrant, kept on the run, nigga. I was getting arrested for bodies and attempted murders and all this shit as a pup. They've been watching me shit longer than you've been living. Do you understand my comfort zone? Everybody's watching me.
That's how long you been a snitch? Longer than Ack's been living?
Everybody want to kill me. Don't nobody like me. That's always been my motherfucking mentality, bro.
Why?
So you think I give a fuck about a nigga? I'm gonna lay it out though, bro. You think I give a fuck about a nigga who I done looked out for, help elevate, help save your home, your kids? I swear to God on my daughter's soul, bro, I didn't help this man generate income, get big contracts, save his homes, you name it. Donated to his little football organization, you name it. Act. How much money you think he ever put on my table, bro? Take a guess.
Why?
Take a guess.
All right, nothing.
All the way off topic.
Maybe nothing, or maybe
Nothing. And you know what? I never had a problem with it. So how in the fuck? It ain't my fault that your neighborhood seemed not to like you. That niggas that I thought was your friends, when I ran into them, why could I holler at you? What's up, bro? Hey, bro, you just such and such? Yeah, you just helped him do that? Yeah, I helped him put that together, bro. It was a good deal for him. Yeah, bro, you know, every time you do something for him, he get madder and madder at you. What you mean? The minute you helped him do that, he said, yeah, this bitch-ass nigga ain't supposed to be the one in this type of position. This should be me.
That doesn't even make sense because you were on the Gillian Wallow podcast, literally like nose and belly button on his nuts. So yeah.
Type of shit, bro. Yo, Act, listen, bro. Fuck, dude. If the paperwork and the information is available, and my people, are you telling me, Act, when my people take their time to go do their due diligence and dig and find shit that's there for the public? Don't blame the hunter side of the trenches, bro, because we know how to get shit you don't know how to get.
No,
I can
WACK.
screenshot you something right now.
WACK.
A nigga asked me to go get on the individual, right? And I'm going to go get it because I'm cool with the individual, right? Now, this dude is a very well-known dude. You ask yourself, why you don't know how to go get this information? He just don't know how to go get it. He's somebody me and you both know very well, WACK. Do you think the exposers could go get this? Yeah, that's easy because that's public record. We know this nigga did. Big, you don't get no.
WACK, this is honestly from me to you.
Why they running a little dirt?
WACK, I think the feds honestly are looking at all of this, and the way you're listed, they might be, again, not saying you do nothing wrong. What I'm saying is that it's too close to home. That's why I'm like,
Yo,
why
it
do you
don't
leave
make
it?
sense. How am I listed? I'm listed as what?
WACK,
Somebody he doesn't like.
WACK.
You're literally named as a victim. Literally named as a victim.
If my name was in a federal indictment, even if they said,
It all depends on how your name is in the indictment. If it says every time WACK100 goes to Jersey to do this business, he stops by Akademiks and he's always in there momentarily. Right?
WACK,
It always leaves with a
if they
duffel
say
bag.
you're a rival, you don't. If they're saying
I've been
you're
a rival, nigga. I'm from Pyro.
WACK,
The fuck is you
Angry.
talking
if they're
about?
saying you're a rival of a criminal, you don't think they think you're a criminal? I'm not saying you are, but
Bro, do you not understand? See, this was Squareville come. Big, you from Rolling 60s, right?
yes,
Right?
yes.
I'm from Paru. We rivals by nature, by the book. You do understand that, right? Let's just, if they got 50 names in sets, and they say these dudes is Crips and these dudes is Bloods, they're gonna put me on the Blood side, him on the Crip side, and they don't give a fuck if that's my cousin or brother. We're gonna go down as rivals. Do you understand that?
I understand that, WACK.
Okay, now let's go to phase 2. You got a dude.
Academics don't care about nothing.
You know,
like saying.
The only thing I'm trying to say is that, WACK,
So
listen.
look, but stop. But this is what I don't like, and I hate to say it, but I gotta start looking at Big U as a rat now. You know why?
What do you mean?
See, the fact that you say that you would say that weird shit to me and say, what do you mean to that? That's what I mean by the selective politicking. I have to start looking at Big U as a rat, and I'm gonna tell you why. I strongly believe and know he knew his phone was tapped. I strongly believe and know the feds had came to him on 2 to 3 separate occasions about investigating them. Can you agree? It's in the paperwork. Monty, the Trap Kitchen Taco lady, right? They came to her about sex trafficking. She went to him. He knew about that. It's in the paperwork. They got their phone call. She told him the feds contacted me about that. Number 2, the feds contacted his motherfucking wife, came to the house about Rayshon Williams, the murder. It's in the paperwork. She went and used his father's phone to call him. They got that. 3, they pulled him over in June of 2023 and served a warrant for his DNA for the murder. 4, August of 2023, they arrested.
You know a lot about everybody snitching. Can't quite figure out how you don't know about you being labeled as a victim in the paperwork. Crazy how you don't know that.
Him, his wife, and a lady named Anita, Petey WACK from Rolling 60's wife, right, for fucking fraud and shit. So now this is all 2023. You know what that means? We gon' fuck the Sue Surf case that he's in 2022, where he's named that I sent you. That's 5. That's 5 instances where you didn't have federal contact and you don't change your phone number, your socials, or nothing, and you continue to stay on the phone. Do you follow me so far, Act?
Wack, you're preaching to the choir. I have no
Hold
idea.
on. This is why I gotta say he might be a rat. Why the fuck you keep mentioning my name on that phone? Now, why the real nigga my love? No, why? Here it goes.
Wack,
Why
I'll go
are
with
you
your story.
constantly mentioning my name on a hot ass phone, bro?
Wack. I'll go with your story and say, yeah.
Ain't no story. Act. This is facts.
Okay.
I tell you what.
All right.
Look, Act. This is what we gonna do. Let's bet 10,000.
Wack, you're doing a play now.
I just named. No. 10,000.
You're doing a play now.
Each situation I just named, I can show you it in the paperwork.
Wack, the things you're saying to me is not of concern to me, which means whatever you say about Big U, I don't know Big U, and he probably is that.
Yeah,
so
but that's what you based it on. You based it on Big U mentioning my name.
Wack, I think I'm making a very simple point. Just like how you said Lou should stay off the phone. If my name was mentioned in a federal indictment, I wouldn't.
Lou is in there. He's in the RICO.
Wait, Wack. Let's stay on topic. What I'm saying is that
in the RICO with a charge.
All right, forget loose. What I'm trying to say is, Wack. The conversation I had today, I said, I'm waiting for Wack to just say, Act, could you stop talking about this? Because I would say to you, if my name was in a
I don't give a fuck.
If my name was in a federal indictment, that brings up pot.
See, that's the problem right there. You keep saying my name. My name ain't in shit. It's Big U mentioning my name.
Yeah, but your rivals are the guy who's charged. Wack. If I'm a street dude, and you know when they say rivals, I mean ops. If my ops just got charged, huh?
Okay, nigga, there's no shooting cases in there but a murder. There's nothing in there that says there was a drive-by happening, there was a retaliation that happened. Then you might be on to something.
Wack, nobody's saying you did nothing, and I wouldn't. I
think you don't understand my position in it, right? Anything in there?
Akademiks is just like, nigga, what are you talking about, bro?
That dude had going on, I had zero to do with.
Okay, we're not saying you did. I'm just asking you, right?
You got a nigga that keeps out of nowhere. You notice it doesn't say, WACK didn't pay me my money, or WACK fucked up on a deal. Out of nowhere, he'll just mention my name.
I'm gonna fast forward all through WACK talking.
God, do it. The paper I'm talking about. Real shit.
No stream, but
we read it. Period.
Wack. The only reason why I say that,
we read.
Wack. The only reason why I said that is that I remember you called me, and I wasn't on stream, but you called me. You said, "Ack, you run a narrative on me," and I felt bad because I said I consider.
You ran a narrative. You did. You ran some bullshit.
Wait, Wack. Hold on though.
Yo, you say, bro, look, Ack, this real shit. You said, and you don't want to bet. I want you to bet. I still want to bet. But you tucking your tail playing pussy. I want to bet. You said, ain't no way. I want you to put that on your mama that the fans have ever in life, not even just with this, had a conversation with WACK100. Put that on your mama, bro. We can bet that. You said ain't no way because of what you were, nigga. You had a video.
Wack. You said the police, the feds called you over Jay Prince. So
I didn't Jay Prince.
And you said that the feds owed you a favor.
No, hold on.
That got to do with Big U.
Okay.
And I want you to say it. Who said the feds called me? Who said it?
You said it about the
I said it, right? Yeah. Did nobody find out? It didn't come out of no paperwork. WACK said it, right?
Mm-hmm. WACK.
So you think I would give a fuck about
WACK
if they came to talk to me about this dude?
WACK. My true opinion on that. This is why I was. That's why I was leaning into that.
Can we bet? I just want to know, can we bet? Because today,
all right, WACK.
The bidding orders, let's bet.
All right, WACK.
Look, the
I'll bet.
You
name the price. Hold on, WACK. You name. All right, you
whatever,
name.
Whatever the 100,000.
What, WACK? Yes, I'll bet 100,000.
That's you saying the feds talk to me.
No. I'll tell you the terms. If the feds didn't talk to you, you're subject of a federal investigation right now. That's why I'm asking you why you're talking.
Hey, you up? Hey, your act. You playing with our friendship right now, nigga. So you telling me right now There's no difference in you saying the feds talk
That nigga said you are the subject of a federal indictment right now.
to you and you ain't saying nothing versus they're investigating you.
Why?
You saying
I'm saying it's an either or. It's an either or.
No.
I'm hoping it's neither, but it's clearly it's an either or.
No, you dancing. What did you say though, my nigga? As a man, as they looking at you as a man, you accuse me of what?
I said they probably did try to talk to you. Now,
Okay, now stop right there. That's what I want to bet on. Let's bet on that right there. I don't know what they investigate.
No.
That's their business.
All right, hold
We're
on.
talking
Whack,
about.
whack.
We're talking about.
Hold on,
listen,
Whack. I'll take your word for that.
Talking about
Hold on.
You saying.
Wait, hold on. I'll do two bets then. I'll
me.
do two bets. We could do two bets for 100,000 each.
Let's do it.
So the first bet is that they either talk to you. The second bet, you're a subject of a current federal investigation.
I'm not betting when I'm subject because I'm not a fan to know that. I can bet on ain't nobody talk to me. And we can prove that because it'll come out in the
The
minutes.
reason why I would bet it like that because I think I would come out with because I know it's an either or. It's
No.
So
Bro,
either you're snitching, so it's like I've been saying, either you're snitching or you're gonna be a witness. Which one is it? What's going on?
there is no third option.
Hey, listen, bro. Ain't no nigga in violation if he being investigated, bro.
No, I'm
It's
not saying you're in violation. I'm just saying
Yeah,
again.
but you saying the fans talk to me and I ain't said nothing is a violation.
No. All right, but here's the thing. I'll back off of that point. But so me backing off that.
That's bad.
No. I'm down to back off of that.
That's bad.
Whack. My new point is,
Let's bet. No. Okay. Until you bow the fuck down and say, I was wrong for saying that, let's bet or you pussy.
the
Wack's like a 10-year-old, bro. Like you're literally like, I know you are, but what am I? If you can't prove that you have if you can't prove tomorrow when you come to school that you have a holographic Charizard, you're a doo-doo head. Like, nigga, what, bro? Like, you're a fucking kid, bro. Like, nigga, that's why never mind.
the best I'll do
Your son, his daddy's son, for sure. If you know, you know.
is I'll give you a zero sum
His son like to tap dance on the rainbow. That's his business.
bet, which means I'm betting either or because I know this is not there's no third possibility. It's either you or
what the feds is investigating is their business. You said that they have already come and talked to me.
no. I said that was most likely what probably would have happened.
No, that ain't what you said. You said ain't no way they ain't come to talk to you. So listen, today, the fucking DA addressed that. It's in the minute order, so I know we can get to it. So let's bet. The DA went on the record and said, you went on a fucking video and put it out there and said that 600 and WACK100 has talked, dealt, or working with the FBI and other agencies, and we're on the record that that's a lie. We never dealt, talked with none of these individuals. They're not going to do that and put themselves in a trick bag because then that fucking defense attorney could use it against his credibility. They said that today. He said you put a target on them people's back, which lets us know how powerful you are. You put a target because right here 2 days later, this guy that works for you in the grid, contracted to developing options, put up a post, free Big U, and kill 600. 2 days after, they used it against him. So,
by the way, Wack, you see, every time I talk to you, what some people think that is me like getting bitches, like I know your tactics.
Look,
I know your tactics.
Like me saying, bro,
I know your tactics. Wack. I'm changing my opinion.
I know you.
Wack, talk to you, but it strengthens another point that I believe they might be looking into. Not that you do nothing wrong.
That's cool, bro. I mean, they could be. They might be looking at you.
Hold on, and then
they might be looking at you.
You're right, but then
Akademiks like, but I don't care.
I wonder why you and people around you still focus on this case that much because
why shouldn't we?
They might be looking at it.
It's brand new.
If like you don't see me breaking down my situations on here, like that's the only confusing part to me.
Breaking down whose situations?
I mean, I'm not under any, from what I know, any federal investigation in terms of criminality.
Well, okay.
But if I was, and let's say they charge someone.
I don't get what you're saying. This is not my situation. This is what you're missing. You and everybody else want me to be part of this shit so bad. You want me to be the nigga that killed Rayshawn Williams so bad. Or the nigga that assisted him in extorting so bad. Or the nigga that was fucking bitches with him so bad.
Wack.
Y'all like, why WACK ain't involved?
Wack, if the police describes you as a rival of a criminal, or who they think is a criminal.
What that tell you?
No, hold on. What do you think they're saying about you? If they're saying that you're a rival of a criminal, you don't think they're thinking you're a criminal?
We don't get along.
So you're saying they don't think you're involved in criminality? Again, I'm not saying you are, because I actually don't believe you are.
Hey, yo, act. Let me explain something to you. You commit more crimes than me, bro. One crime I know you commit every now and then for a fact. Okay. Every now and then, you blowing over 0.08. See, WACK don't drink, so I'm never going to worry about driving under the influence.
I don't drive when I'm drunk.
You commit bullshit. This is a fact. I know. Any nigga that drink, nigga, because y'all don't know, y'all think.
You mentioned the whole brick thing and you had your theory about that. I said,
ain't no theory. That's right there, bro.
But WACK, it needs to be no theory. If somebody is a rival of a criminal, it's only likely that the cops think you're a criminal too.
Oh. No, that's some bullshit. That's bullshit. They know we're rivals. They know we're rivals because individually we just don't like each other, bro. They know at one point in time we was
so cool, they think you're a legal law-abiding rival of a criminal gang or a criminal enterprise.
Bro, let me understand. You think it ain't no rats from my neighborhood, bro? Do you really think they ain't went over there and asked niggas from my neighborhood? Right? Yo, WACK be over here. The WACK be doing this. Are you crazy? It's a fact. Yo, act. It's only like 3 people from my neighborhood that could even talk to me. Period.
Yeah.
Straight up. I cussed the nigga out today.
I keep saying we don't think you're doing criminal.
I cussed the nigga out today. Okay.
No. Wait. You're acting like I'm assuming you're.
I had a nigga call me today about 2 hours ago talking about, and it's crazy because R&B's on the side of me. She's looking at me, right? This dude calls me out of nowhere. Nigga, I don't know. Hey, WACK, I know all the right grants for your 5013C, and we can make it look like this and make it look like that to an excess of this, that. I say, hey, bro, I don't know who gave you my number, for 1. 2, I don't do grants. 3, I don't have a 5013C. Know what he says? We can take your podcast situation and make it look like this, and they'll cut the check. I say, hey, bro, whatever you talking about, I don't understand it. Don't know nothing about it. It ain't my game. Appreciate the call, but I'm the wrong guy for you. You got off the phone with him. Straight up, I swear to God. I'll call a nigga back with you on the phone. He might be think I want to do it.
WACK, I'm just saying.
Certain shit I don't do, homie.
No, hold on. WACK, as me as square as I am, if, let's say, I don't know, who am I cool with? I don't care who I'm cool with. Like, just if there was a federal indictment even naming me like that, at a certain point, I would be like, WACK, could we just not talk about this on live where I can't say certain things?
I don't know. That's the side of guilt. Bro, I think you missing the point, homie. I'm not named in there as a suspect, a witness.
You're named as a rival of a criminal.
Okay, great. Now, let me ask you a question. Why do they target me as a rival? For what reason?
So again, why would a criminal have a non-criminal rival? Doesn't make sense.
If you going,
because y'all are in street business. Clearly.
No. Why do they target me as a rival?
I mean, you could tell me, but if you're gonna say because you've spoken bad about him, you're not the only person who spoke bad about him.
They're targeting me as a rival because he keeps saying my name. My neighborhood is 35 minutes, dude. Do you understand what I'm saying? He got real enemies 4 or 5 blocks away in all directions. You know why they're not saying their rival? Because he's not saying their name. They're only calling me a rival. They calling 600 a rival. Where's 600 from, Akademiks?
He's a rolling 60, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Where big you from?
Rolling 60s.
So it makes even more sense for Akademiks to continue to have a valid point about just whatever. We'll see.
But Big U says his name. He says my name. I'm only identified as a rival because this nigga on his hot ass phone keeps saying my name. And he know his phone is hot. The world need to go read the paperwork. Sue Surf indictment 2022.
Wait, hold on, WACK.
Eugene Big U Henley named as number 4 suspect, gang leader. Nigga, 2023.
Wait, WACK.
They
Can
pulled,
the
they came to
opposite
his
be
house
said
3
though?
times.
Can't
He hot.
can't the opposite be as well said? Because you're right. Eugene Henley, aka Big U, kept speaking about you while his phone was being recorded. But
There you go.
hold on. But the opposite could be said that you were on Clubhouse, a public platform, talking about him as well.
Oh no, no, we're talking about the grid program. You never had
but
me.
you're still
Look,
discussing. I'm gonna be honest.
listen. It's the difference. Let me tell you the difference.
What's the difference? Go ahead.
WACK is talking about a contract, and we're reading. WACK ain't saying, I want to kill the nigga. I want to whoop the nigga's ass. All this shit. That nigga, every time he mentions me, I want to break his jaw. I want to whoop his ass. Right? Every time I mention him, we're talking about the grid program that he openly does to the people. We're reading a contract, bro. That's it.
Yeah, but through your associate 600, it came, at least to the popular part of the internet about a possible murder, like
That's not through
conversations
600.
about
That
him
is
working.
not through 600. That is through somebody that was posing to be his sister and mother.
Let me ask you this question though: the reason why did he just randomly just say we need to break his jaw, or did he hear you
He
talking?
randomly said it.
Hold on, or did he hear you talking on Clubhouse about him, doing a narrative and running?
Here goes the thing, Akademiks.
Uh-huh.
Big U has been on Clubhouse talking about me.
Okay, that's true too. Fair is fair.
So what the fuck? Like, you niggas, this little bitch ass niggas, ain't nobody scared of dude, bro. He is who he is. You know what our cemeteries is full of, bro?
Mm-hmm. What?
Gangsters and killers. And tough niggas. That's what our cemeteries is full of, bro.
There you have it, man. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free. I've been doing this tweets free.